Hey folks, what's up? Mike Benton here from the Mike Benton team. How are you doing today? Today is about the word as is. You know how many times we will list a house or we'll represent a buyer where the house is listed as is, and people say, well, they're not willing to do anything. Hold on, hold on. It doesn't mean they're not willing or you shouldn't be willing. As we like to tell our sellers, think twice before saying, nope, no fixes, I'm not doing anything. Because at the end, we need to think about the ultimate goal when we started. You know, if you're the seller, you have the next step you want to go to. You have a place where you want to go to. You might be downsizing, upsizing, moving out of state, moving closer to kids, whatever it may be, but you had a goal in mind. If you're buying, you want the neighborhood, you want the area, you want the school system, you want something about that. So before everybody takes their stuff and leaves and goes home, let's think about it. All right. So on the selling side, what I want you to focus on is when you think about as is, really what we're saying is, listen, we're not interested in doing a lot of work. The house was priced based on the current condition at its end. But if something comes up, let's talk about it. Don't just walk away. Don't say, well, never mind, the seller's not going to do something. We want you as a buyer to come to us and say, listen, we know the house is listed as is. But if we can do these couple, if you could do these couple of things, we can keep moving to the settlement table. And that's what your ultimate goal is as a seller. And remember, there's three avenues of repairs or updates. Market value. We want to increase market value. I didn't say appraised value. I said market value. So what are those things? Those things are the mulching the flower beds, maybe a quick, easy painting, maybe it's a deep clean. Remember, it's not going to bring your appraised value up, but what it will do is move your house up further in the list for people to take a look at it. So remember, the faster you sell, the more money you keep. Taxes and insurance, ultimate repairs, and so forth. So start thinking that way. So the first one is, what is going to increase my market value? And again, market value is not more money. It just means that we're going to move faster. The second thing is when they do an inspection and they're going to come back with a list of items. All right. We try to catch all these beforehand, but it doesn't always work that way. So let's say they come back with some items, the inspection repair list. And I know, you said, nope, I'm not doing it. I'm selling it as is, and I'm not touching a thing. I don't want you to do that. Don't sink your heels into the ground. Because here's why. The items that are coming up today, let's say the deal dies, it goes back on the market, we get another buyer in. Could come up again, and then again, and again. Let's figure out how to take care of some of the inspection items. Now, it doesn't have to be you physically do it. It could be that you offer something. You offer a tax credit. You offer some type of financial that it doesn't come out of your pocket today. It comes out the settlement table. But even though you're selling your house as is, I want you to be open-minded. Open-minded, all right? Think about how to get the deal to the table. Because you're selling, you need to sell. They're buying, they need to buy. There's got to be a middle ground when it comes to inspection items. Number three, appraisals. Well, if somebody's getting a loan, it could be conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, whatever it may be. When an appraiser comes out, if they take photos or note anything of concern, it goes to the underwriter. The underwriter is going to come back with a request, and they're going to say, listen, we're willing to give you this loan, but you got to do these repairs, or we're not going to give the money to the buyer. It's no use getting upset. And again, I understand you said, nope, not touching anything. But just remember, whatever that appraiser came up with, the next appraiser is going to come up with it. The next appraiser is going to come up with it. So the best bet is, unless you can sell the cash as is, know this, know that, then we need to sit down and think about how to handle it. Now, we could go to the buyer and say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, here's the deal. The house is being sold as, we'll work with you. We'll cover half the cost, or we'll do half the work, or we'll do this item. You do these two items. Remember, the seller wants to sell, the buyer wants to buy it. Let's come up with something that works for everybody. So when you go to sell your house and you say it's as is, All we want you to remember when you're done is that I understand you don't want to put any money into the house, but before you throw the baby out with the bathwater, let's really think about what your ultimate goal was when we first started this journey together. And let's come up with a win-win situation. So I hope that makes sense about the as is and how it works and some ideas, just getting you to think. If you want to learn more, all of our contact information is below. Let us get together. Let's talk about it. Let us walk your house. All right. I appreciate you guys. You have a great day. Bye-bye.